Good afternoon, everybody. It's John Ross with the John Ross Show here for September 26th, 2025, Friday, end of the week. And we have 84. The temperature shot up again a little more today, and it feels a little more about summer instead of fall, but that's where we're at. We're in fall right now, but 84 degrees here in the Fox Valley. So that's where we're at today. So today we're going to just recap some things that happened this week. One thing is Jimmy Kimmel is back, and that had to do with a Trump appointee on the Communications Commission. The commissioner said that he was threatening ABC if they didn't do something about Jimmy Kimmel. And a statement that he had made a week ago, well, it'll be 10 days ago now on a Monday. And when the guy said that, ABC got panicked and pulled them. And then by the end of the week, Jimmy was going to be back. He was back on Monday. So he's back. And then there were some affiliates of ABC that backed out of airing Jimmy Kimmel. So, well, when you stand up to bullies, it works. Kimmel stood up to bullies and it worked. The blackout is over this Friday. These two network affiliates, Nexstar and Sinclair, will show Jimmy Kimmel. So he's going to be on the whole ABC network. They represent maybe about 25% of the TV stations. So Jimmy won out. He stood up. And Trump and his minions did not do it. They didn't do it. And we learned something: when you stand up to a bully, it works. If you give your lunch money one time, you'll have to give it again. That's what a bully asks for, more lunch money. And so Jimmy is still humming. And I watched a few episodes, and he's getting good ratings. I never really watched much late night. Sometimes I've watched Stephen Colbert. I haven't watched much. I usually go to other networks about news. But anyway, so Jimmy's back in a good way. And then Trump had to voice to Bondi, his attorney general, about doing something about James Comey, that he was bad. And there was a statement that he made to Congress 5 years ago, about almost now, that the statute of limitations were running out. They say he lied about the statement that he said he didn't know about some news release that his assistant had put out. And what the assistant did say was he told Comey later, but Comey had nothing to do with the news release or the release of that information. And then Trump has been bad-mouthing Comey. I mean, putting out publicly, and most lawyers would say this is a bad thing. This could get your case dismissed because he's been threatening Comey with that type of tactic. It's retribution thing, and he says it out loud. So Trump's mouth might get him in trouble here. Excuse me. Excuse me there. Trump's mouth might get him in trouble. And this case might not go anywhere. And it's probably going to be handled in about a month because they don't have much to work on. he had to bring in a lawyer that his previous lawyer in Virginia backed down. So I had to bring in another lawyer, one of his more of his buddy types. This lady has not had any prosecution experience. So this case doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. And so Trump's going to get probably egg on his face here in this one. Well, that's some things that are happening. There's other things happening. We know there's so many things out there. But I just want to touch a few things. But it makes me feel good that Jimmy Kimmel stood up to the bully and it's working out. So that's a good sign. And October 18th is going to be No King's Day in the country. And here in the Fox Valley, there's going to be a protest, No King's protest on Randall Road at Randall and Glen Eagle. That's what it's called, Glen Eagle in Geneva on Randall Road. They've had a protest or two there before. So it probably bring out several thousand people. And that's my experience. So that's the exciting thing. The other exciting thing is the Cubs are in the playoffs. I'm a White Sox fan, basically, but I was a Cub fan at one time, too. So I'm a Chicago fan, basically. So this is an old cap from 2016. It says Cubs National League champions. Of course, they were World Series champions, too. So I probably got this cap cheaper, maybe. So anyway, that's an exciting thing happening this week. Hope the Cubs can finish out strong here to do good in the playoffs. We'll see how far they can go. And we know the White Sox died again, and they're going to have over 100 losses, maybe 100, I guess 2 or 3, maybe 4. I forgot how many. I think they're at 101 now. They got 3 games, so it could be 104. I guess, but they had 121 the year before, so it's a tad better, and they look like they're improving. I hope so. Well, that's all we have to say right now, and so we have some positive notes here. Keep the faith, and we'll just have to do that, and we'll see you then on Monday, Lord willing, as they say. Lord willing. We'll see you then on Monday. And for right now, we'll just say bye-bye. And we'll see you soon again. And just thank you for listening. So, bye-bye now. Have a good weekend. And we'll hang in there and keep doing the things we're doing to stand up to bullies. Remember, there's no king. And to my point of view, there's no king but Jesus. That's what I'm going to say. No king but Jesus. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you then, Lord willing, on Monday. Bye-bye now, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.